What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was finally released a few days ago, and I've been playing it a little bit. I have a little bit of experience here. I'm almost level 23, I'm halfway through level 22, and I've gotten some camos over here on the PDSW 528, which can we just admit is the P90, right? I'm not going to call it that. I'm just going to call it like the P90 or something. Maybe I'll end up going with this naming scheme, but I prefer the previous naming scheme, right? I prefer how the guns are actually called or whatever, but with it, we got a lot of interesting stuff. And one of the most interesting things I thought about when, it came to this update and everything else is how their camo system works. Because instead of having, all these camos for every single gun in the game, having to go through all the challenges, it's actually pretty simple. You level up the gun, you do one camo challenge. Once you complete the camo challenge, you unlock that camo on literally every single gun. You have 4 camo challenges in total. I've done all 3 of the P90 ones, except for this one right here, the Power Pink, because you got to get to level 29 with the gun, and then you'll unlock it. You'll be able to use them on any gun, but you'll also get the gold camo challenge. Now, based on my understanding, you have to unlock all the previous camos, and then you do gold camo by doing whatever challenge they have for that. Once you've done that, then you're actually going to gain progress towards getting the platinum challenge unlocked, which is basically, to earn all of those gold camo challenges, do all of those, complete all of those, and then, do the same thing 3-4 more times, grind through it to get all of these camos. Now, the completionist challenges are all independent to each gun, so you're not going to be able to do one gold camo challenge and then have the gold camo on every single gun in the game, right? You're just going to be able to get it by actually going through every single gun and getting every gun's challenges done, and then you do gold, then you do the other one, and so on and so forth until you've unlocked all the camos. And I actually like that system. The challenges are really mediocre and kind of really easy, well, except for getting 15 hipfire kills with this weapon, because I swear trying to hipfire this thing, it does no damage unless you somehow manage to get right behind someone and shove the gun up their butt. But some of the other ones are just like get 50 kills while aiming down the sights. Pretty simple stuff. The only hard part to any of these challenges right now, at least from what I've played, seems to just be leveling up the gun, right? Because leveling up is just so weird in this game. It feels so low and it's like, well, not low, but slow. And it's like I've been playing, grinding a lot, and in the time it took me to get to level 22, I've gotten the PDSW to level 25. I've gotten the pistol, which is apparently just floating in the air, to level 2, almost level 3, and then we have the only other gun I really used here, which was the M4, which I got to level 6. Now, any other guns that may have levels, which I don't think there's really any here that have any extra levels on them, yeah, it doesn't really look like it, those would have been from me picking them up off of enemies I eliminated. Actually, I used the EBR a little bit, got to level 3 for a daily challenge, but other than that, I haven't, I haven't grinded any weapon in the game except for, this SMG, and leveling up just takes so long, right? And let's say I want to go here right now and I want to use an XP token. Well, each of these are going to last for a whole entire hour, so if I activate, an hour of double weapon XP and then an hour of just normal double XP, it's enabled, right? I don't see a countdown anywhere telling me it's enabled or how much time's left, so what I actually have to do is go over to my other monitor, type 1 hour timer into Google so that I can time myself and figure out when my double XP is actually going to end. And of course, since I used it for this video, now I'm going to have to play for another hour, assuming my game doesn't crash or anything, to make full use of this double XP and hopefully at least max out this gun so I can have one of the multiple, gold unlocks or whatever prepared, because, I want to be able to go through the gold guns, and that's something I want to do with this COD, is grind out all the camos and unlock the mastery camo, because that's something I've never really done before that I would like to do for this game. But yeah, it's something that I've just been thinking about with the new COD as I've been grinding through it, playing it a little bit, is just that the camo grind's very interesting, the camo challenges are interesting, and it just seems that, oh, I'm okay, then I was just floating and now I'm gone, now I'm in the background, understandable. But it just seems that whatever is going on with the game, it's like, it just doesn't feel like a Call of Duty, right? It's obviously a Call of Duty as in you run around and shoot stuff, but they've changed so much, the UI is so much different, it's hard to tell certain things. It feels like they tried just making a new game entirely and forgot some of the core things to include UX UI wise, such as being able to see the exact amount of time left on your double XP tokens during a match. And now, don't get me wrong, someone on Twitter mentioned to me that apparently it shows up in game, right? Apparently after a match is fully ended, once it ends, you'll see that, oh, you had double XP enabled for this match or something like that, but that is a terrible spot because I've played multiple games now with double XP and I haven't noticed it at all, right? I haven't noticed it popping up being like, you have 30 minutes left or anything like that. I just sat here and I'm like, maybe it's over now. So there's a lot of stuff with the brand new Call of Duty that I definitely feel they need to improve in the future, right? Especially on kill cams, because whenever you get eliminated by someone and you look at the kill cam, in the bottom right where their weapon is, there's just a giant white box for absolutely no reason, as if they forgot to put an alpha texture on the actual, you know, icon or whatever else. Despite the icons looking perfectly fine normally when you're just playing the game and having some fun, right? So it's just some weird UI, UX things that have me complaining about it. But also one thing I want to complain about, right? I know this is like a video complaining about it. Let me preface this. I'm going to say this and then, you know, to complain a little bit more. I'm complaining about the game because I'm passionate about it, but I do love the game, right? I've been playing it a lot. I've obviously been enjoying it. There's just some interesting decisions by Activision and by the company that make me wonder what's really going on here. Like, why is this kind of, you know, scuffed in this specific way? And one of the things that make me wonder that is, where's hardcore mode, right? They have started treating hardcore mode, they changed it to actually be called tier 1, but they started treating that mode as if it was a add-on, like a LTM, as if you were playing Fortnite, where maybe it's enabled as a playlist for a week, but, you know, it most likely is not going to be enabled 99% of the time. And I know there was a decent amount of the player base who actually would like grind hardcore mode all the time. And I know, for example, I'm one of those people, you know, who would always be grinding hardcore mode, but seeing as it is now, it's like, you can't really do that, because guess what? There is no hardcore mode available 24/7. Instead, what you have is whatever they want to provide you. So you obviously have your quick play, so you can choose to play team deathmatch or whatever, but you can't switch to a harder difficulty of it where, you know, every gun is basically a one-shot. I preferred hardcore mode, or as they call it now, tier 1 mode, because it allowed me to do my camo challenges and get a lot more chaotic, fast-paced games out of the way, where, you know, I could use a gun that I might not be the best with, right? I could use a gun where I'm not an expert on it, and I would still be able to actually deal some damage, right? I would still be able to pack a punch and get some eliminations, because, you know, every gun is basically the same. It's basically like if you were to get shot by a gun in real life, you know, if all of them have the same amount of kickback to them or whatever else, you're gonna end up getting eliminated, right? So it's interesting to see how they're just not providing a permanent version of hardcore mode for people to actually use. But of course, you know, that's just a very small complaint. It's a very minuscule one compared to all the other things going on, right? All the bugs, all the weird, wacky gimmicks or whatever and issues that are happening. It's a very small thing, but something that I would like to see them kind of revisit in the future and maybe make a permanent option for. Just because I would prefer to, you know, hop in hardcore mode, get a lot more deaths in. Like, I would, oh, my bad, I'm going out of the game. Okay, but I would prefer like dying a lot more if it meant that, you know, I was able to play this version that I prefer. Well, I'm just saying I prefer a lot, but what I'm trying to get at here is, you know, I would enjoy if I had the option between playing normal modes and hardcore modes, because, you know, when it comes to the difference between the two, it's like hardcore mode is if you want just like some fast-paced games or whatever, you want games to go by quicker, because I feel especially with just normal modes in general, whenever you are playing, right, whenever you're sitting there and whenever you're trying to get some kills or whatever, due to the time to kill being longer, some games just kind of last longer, right? It's like you're not having that instant time to kill or anything. You're having kind of like that drawn out time to kill or whatever. You know, look at that. We shot so many bullets into him and then he finally ended up dying. So it's like the games just end up dragging out a little bit longer than they probably could have. And, you know, just being able to have the opportunity to play those quicker games would be a lot nicer just to see. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, right? I just kind of want to talk about the game, you know, mention that I'm kind of passionate about it. I wish we had hardcore mode as an option, but they have a lot more important things to take care of. Like, for example here, I'm going to show this off. There's a weird bug you can do if you get eliminated by a player, right? So we're going to have to run over here, try finding a player. You know, I'm still going to try eliminating them normally, but if they eliminate me and I'm able to have line of sight with them, I'm going to show you this. So what you can do, right, is if we mark a player, okay, what the, okay, hold on. I'm so confused. Okay, so I just started, I paused the recording, but for some reason, right when that dude eliminated me, I tried, you know, pressing the button to mark them, and it started playing my Spotify? I don't know, it just started playing some random song out of nowhere. That just jump scared me. I'm glad I have OBS set up so, you know, that didn't happen on, like, the audio side, so you guys don't get, the video ruined due to, like, DMCA strikes or whatever, but yeah, okay. I guess I just have Spotify playing whenever I try pinging people. That's an interesting thing. But yeah, what I'm trying to get at here is if you try pinging someone, right, you mark them, they will stay marked the entirety of that game, right? You have to be close to actually marking someone when they eliminate you. But let's try running over here, right? Let's try getting up here, finding the enemy. Oh, hey, there's a guy. Wait. Why can't I? I don't know how to mark. My mouse is not marking people anymore. That is so confusing. Hold on. Can I not? Okay, I just can't mark people, so I can't show it off. But basically, yeah, whenever you would mark something, right? It would cause this weird issue where it would always show you, basically give you wall hacks of that individual person, right? And you would just see their exact pinpoint location through the entire map, right? You'd be able to see exactly where they are if they're camping in a corner or whatnot, and it was just super overpowered. But now that I'm realizing I can't mark anyone, it makes me wonder if they disabled the marking system entirely while they try working on a fix, because I could honestly see them doing that. And if they did do that, then, you know, kudos to you, devs. Kudos to the developers for actually, you know, working around that and trying to make a solution and disabling the feature while it's currently in its bugged state. It's nice to see that, you know, maybe they aren't working on it right now. Maybe I'm just thinking wrong, but it's nice to see that potentially, you know, they are working on it. They are fixing it up. So that's something that, you know what, I'm not going to complain too much about right now. I'm just going to be like, you know what, thumbs up, right? You did good, devs. You did good. And can I get a long range kill? Look at that. Got that long shot out of nowhere. But yeah, if you really want to play this mode right now and you were someone who liked hardcore mode, I personally would say maybe try checking out this mode right here, the invasion mode, because it's 20v20 players versus 20 AI as well. Honestly, a super fun experience, right? You have the AI and stuff, so you're able to feel like you're getting a lot more kills, and it's just very big matches, and who doesn't like just having a lot of chaos, especially if you're a hardcore player like me. You just turn around a corner, and then boom, 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 gunshots absolutely everywhere. Look at that, we're popping off, and we ruined it. We ruined it, we jinxed it. We're like, we're popping off, we're doing so good. Oh, look at me. And obviously, you know, the cookie ended up crumbling. But yeah, with that said, all I gotta say, what do you guys think about Modern Warfare 2? Have you been liking it? Have you not bought it yet? Have you been debating it? Anything like that? Personally, despite my complaints or whatever, I've been having fun. I've just been needing something new to play recently, and I've been playing a lot of, like, a variety of games with friends or whatnot, so having this as an extra option for games to play is very nice, you know. It's a fun experience despite the bugs and despite some of my favorite features not being there. And I will see you champs and champets tomorrow, or next time, you know, depending on next time I make commentary channel video, talking about more random nonsense, because that's what this channel is, right? It's just the random FireMonkey nonsensical channel where we talk about nonsensical things. And with that said, peace out.